If a recession hits in 2026, where your cash sits could decide whether you lose money or stay safe. This isn't about some secret get-rich scheme. This is about real, practical steps to protect your hard-earned savings. So let's talk about what recession-proof really means for your cash. It's not about finding some magic investment that skyrockets when everything else is falling. It's about stability and security. It's about knowing your money will be there when you need it most without losing value overnight. During a recession, the stock market can be incredibly volatile. Companies might struggle, and even big names can see their stock prices plummet. That's why having a solid cash strategy is your financial shield. It's the foundation that lets you weather the storm without panicking. The first place we need to look is the high-yield savings account, or HYSE. This is not your regular savings account from a big bank that pays you practically nothing. YSAS are typically offered by online banks, and they pay a much higher interest rate. Why does this matter in a recession? Because while your money is sitting safely, it's also growing and fighting against inflation. Think of it this way. If inflation is 3% and your regular savings account pays 0.1%, you are effectively losing purchasing power every single day. And HYSE with a 4% or 5% interest rate means your money is actually growing, even after accounting for inflation. Plus, these accounts are FDIC insured up to $250,000. This means your money is protected by the government, even if the bank fails. It's one of the simplest and most effective ways to keep your cash safe and productive. Now, let's step it up a notch in terms of safety. I'm talking about U.S. Treasury bills, or T-bills. When you buy a T-bill, you're essentially lending money to the U.S. government for a short period. It's typically a few weeks to a year. And in return, the government promises to pay you back with interest. Why are these so safe? Because they are backed by the full faith and credit of the United States government. Historically, the U.S. has never defaulted on its debt. This makes T-bills one of the safest investments on the entire planet. During times of economic uncertainty and recession, investors flock to T-bills for this exact reason. It's the ultimate safe haven. You can buy them directly from the government, through the Treasury Direct website, or through a brokerage account. They offer a competitive interest rate, and your capital is about as secure as it gets. For your core emergency fund and any cash you absolutely cannot afford to lose, T-bills are a fantastic option. Next up, let's talk about money market funds. These might sound complicated, but they're actually quite simple. A money market fund is a type of mutual fund that invests in very safe short-term debt instruments, like T-bills and other high-quality, low-risk government and corporate debt. They aim to keep their share price stable at $1, so you're not likely to see the wild swings you'd see in the stock market. The main goal here is capital preservation and liquidity. They often pay a higher interest rate than a traditional savings account, making them a great alternative for parking your cash. You can easily buy and sell shares, so your money is accessible when you need it. Think of them as a blend between a high-yield savings account and a T-bill. You get a good interest rate, high liquidity, and a very low level of risk. Most major brokerage firms offer a variety of money market funds, so they're easy to access for the average investor. Okay, we've talked about the safe places for your money. Now let's talk about what to avoid in a recession. This is just as important. First, avoid chasing high-risk speculative investments. I'm talking about things like crypto coins with no real use case, penny stocks, or any can't-miss opportunities that promise overnight riches. During a recession, these are the assets that often crash the hardest. Fear is high, and people sell off their riskiest holdings first. Stick to quality. Second, be very cautious about taking on new high-interest debt. Things like credit card debt or personal loans with variable rates can become a huge burden if your income suddenly becomes unstable. A recession is a time to be defensive, not to over-leverage yourself. And finally, avoid making emotional decisions with your long-term investments. If you have a solid, diversified stock portfolio for retirement, panicking and selling everything when the market is down is often the worst thing you can do. You lock in your losses and miss the eventual recovery. Remember, our cash strategy is designed to prevent you from having to sell your long-term investments at the worst possible time. So, the big question is, how much cash should you actually hold? The classic advice is to have an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. But heading into a potential recession, you might want to consider increasing that. If you're in a less stable job or industry, or if you have dependents, leaning towards 6 to 12 months of expenses might be a smarter move. To calculate this, add up all your essential monthly costs: rent or mortgage, utilities, food, insurance, transportation, and minimum debt payments. Multiply that number by how many months of security you want. This larger cash cushion gives you a powerful safety net. It means if you lose your job or face an unexpected expense, you won't have to go into debt or sell your investments at a loss. It buys you time and peace of mind, which are invaluable during a recession. All right, let's wrap this all up with a final recession-proof checklist for your cash. 1. Calculate your monthly essential expenses. 2. Decide on your emergency fund target, aiming for 6 to 12 months of those expenses. 3. Open a high-yield savings account and start building your fund there. Enjoy that FDIC insurance and high interest rate. 4. For ultimate safety, especially for the core part of your emergency fund, consider putting a portion into U.S. Treasury bills. 5. For cash. You might need soon, but still want to earn a competitive return on. Look into money market funds through your brokerage account. 6. Make a list of what to avoid: speculative assets, new high-interest debt, and emotional panic-driven decisions. 7. Review your cash plan every few months. Are interest rates changing? Is your job situation stable? Adjust as needed. Following this checklist isn't about predicting the future. It's about preparing for it. It's about taking control of your financial security so that no matter what the economy throws at you in 2026 or beyond, your cash foundation remains solid. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content to help you build a stronger financial future. Stay safe out there.